Good evening, everybody. Budget day. Budget day is here. Hooray. Well, unless you're Bill Morneau or a liberal, really. This budget was meant to be packed full of goodies, and it's packed full of spending. And we knew that that was going to happen. Mr. Morneau couldn't deliver his speech. And I'm going to reduce the volume on this because I just want you to hear the cacophony of the House, and it is quite loud. The Conservatives were chanting, "Let her speak," during his whole speech.
The title should come as no surprise, Mr. Speaker, because investing in the middle class began with our first day in office, and it's what we've been doing every single day since. Investing in the middle class means good, well-paying jobs today, and the promising of better.
You hear it? Let her speak. So I was watching this live, and I was talking to a couple of friends of mine on the messenger things on my phone, and I said, is this just me, or is this actually, like, is the sound messed up, or the microphone's crazy? Like, I didn't see. And then they put a little banner across the news at the bottom saying the opposition drowns out Mr. Morneau's speech. And every so often, the Speaker of the House would call for order. And, well, I mean, if you were watching live as well, you also note that at 4 o'clock they were supposed to announce the budget, and it was supposed to be... Usually budget day is full of new shoes and pomp and circumstance, and everybody's kind of excited, and we're going to see what's going to be spending on, etc. But everybody knew that SNC-Lavalin is actually the bigger story today. And the fact that they're muzzling Jody Wilson-Raybould and not letting her come back to the committee is a big deal. And they talk of looking out for the little guy and rule of law when it's bunk. And the Conservatives were calling them out, and everybody in the House was calling them out, although the NDP weren't chanting along with the Conservatives. I don't know if Mr. Bernier was. I didn't see footage either way, and I don't want to misreport, so I don't know if Mr. Bernier was going along with the Conservative chanting, etc. But there was nobody who was, well, nobody on the opposition aisles, anyway, who was upset about the chanting. From what I saw in the footage that I was watching, and I could be wrong, there could have been NDP backbenchers who were upset about it. But my point is, this was let happen by the Speaker of the House, and continued. And then the Conservatives walked out. But we're going to get to that in just a minute. CTV Power Play had a little poll, 3:09 p.m. it started, and it said, do you approve of the tactics by the Conservative Party to delay the budget? And 82% are saying the delay is good. 18% do not approve. 82%. Wow. Here's Mr. Scheer talking about how they cannot support this budget and why they got up and walked out. Here he goes.
Good afternoon. Justin Trudeau is covering up his SNC-Lavalin corruption scandal under $41 billion of brand new spending, with plans to raise taxes to pay for it if he's reelected. This is the most expensive cover-up in the history of cover-ups. Deficit spending today to cover up a scandal to be paid for by higher taxes after the election.
Pretty incredible, really. And, I mean, what are you going to do? The Liberals hold a majority. They own the press. Here's the fact-check Bill Morneau's budget speech. Facts, right? CBC News facts. Here's Liberals table a pre-election budget designed to ease Canadians' anxieties. It's all right, man. Just smoke some marijuana, which isn't really bad. But they're trying to put you back to sleep, right? Here's the spending highlights, budget 2019 highlights of Bill Morneau's fourth federal budget. And $22.8 billion in new spending. Wild. The 2018-19 deficit is $14.9 billion. The 19-20 deficit is $19.8 billion. Wild. $20 billion. We had a $1 billion surplus in 2015 when Justin Trudeau took over. Here are some spending highlights, and the link will be in the description. You can check out for yourself. But $1.25 billion over 3 years on shared equity mortgage program for first-time homebuyers. Talk about the wrong way to approach helping out or fixing the housing market. RRSP withdrawal limit for first-time homebuyers raises to $35,000 from $25,000. Hey, have you been saving for your retirement? How about, great, you can take that out to buy your first house, because we know you've been saving for your retirement for 5 or 10 years before you can buy your first home, because we live in Canada and first homes cost $500,000 now, right? I mean, it's incredible. Plus, if you're getting a first home in Toronto and if you're paying only $500,000, that first home comes complete with condo fees. Yeah, right? So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And it's the wrong way to solve the problem, fundamentally. Personalized Canada training credit of $250 a year, up to $5,000 lifetime for job retraining. You're just really investing in Canadians, eh, Liberals? How long would it take to max out my $5,000 lifetime? Okay, $5,000 divided by, let's do some quick math here, $250 gives us how many years? How many years of, 20 years. 20 years to take advantage of this tax credit. What an absolute waste. Really? Training credits. I mean, could you tie it to a trade? You know, encourage trade. Say, like, listen, we're encouraging electricians, plumbers, and tool and die makers, and like do it that way. But that's a boutique tax credit, and I don't agree with that either. We should just abolish it altogether and give everybody a tax break rather than these specialized tax breaks, training credits, and all sorts of other things. It's just, again, crony and corrupt politics using targeted purchases of specific groups, and it's annoying, and I dislike it fundamentally. 20 years to take advantage. Credit up to $5,000 for the purchase of electric vehicles. That'll be scrapped. Why? If you're buying an electric vehicle, you are making more money than most people. Electric vehicles cost $40,000 and up, right? So you're giving people who have $40,000 to spend on a car $5,000 through tax dollars. Does that make sense? We're all subsidizing the electric vehicle? No, it doesn't make sense. How many microns of CO2 does that pull out of the atmosphere? Give me a number. Because dealing in, every little bit helps, doesn't help when we can put a dollar value on every little bit and give it to every single Canadian and say, you're paying for this every little bit. It's insanity. It doesn't make any sense. $553 million more over the next 3 years, $374 million of it by next April to fix the failed Phoenix pay system. Justin Trudeau said in 2015 that he would personally oversee this. He would look into this personally. It has been 4 years. He's had an entire election cycle. How long would you be able to not pay your workers before they found some other job or before they just stopped doing the job? We have an absolutely failed system, and we are throwing another $500 million at it? For what? What is the money going to do to fix it? Are we hiring people to go through the log faster? Like go through the backlog faster? Or are we actually fixing the core problem? What is the core problem? Can anybody articulate it clearly? No? Because if you don't know what the problem is, you don't know what you're fixing. Holy cow, the Phoenix pay system is a video in and of itself, and I've done a few of them. It's incredible. Low-income working seniors can earn more without giving up GIS benefits. This means, are you a senior and you can't make ends meet, so you got a job? We're going to stop clawing back the tax benefits you've paid into your entire life and let you keep the money you are earning, less taxes, of course, and the money you've earned to retire on that isn't enough anymore because of our continual growth economy that is hell-bent to continue growing regardless of Canadians' wishes. And the promise of high-speed internet for all Canadians by 2030. Could you get a loftier goal than that? We'll definitely get high-speed internet everywhere in Canada. Yeah, by 2030. Sure. Wonderful. So, needless to say, I don't believe anything Justin Trudeau says. Not one word that comes out of his mouth. Not one word that comes out of Will Ferrell lookalike and sometimes Finance Minister Bill Morneau, married to the McCain heiress of McCain Foods, the owner of, McCain Foods, right? That's his wife. So I don't believe these rich robber barons who are running the Liberal Party and turning them into a communist version of, I don't know, the regime Justin Trudeau said he admires. My son appears to be having a difficult time going to bed, so I'm going to end my video there. But this budget is incredibly concerning, and I don't know that we're going to get an early election anymore. I saw the Justin Trudeau Justice Committee saying they were going to study alt-right fake news and then have a report in June. That leads me to believe we're going to October. He's just going to ride this out. We're going to ignore it. No more SNC-Lavalin. We're talking only about the budget, and the budget's terrible. So, interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry I'm cutting it short, and sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Check out the People's Party of Canada.ca, and man, this is just going to keep getting better. Keep your popcorn handy. Like, there's going to be another shoe to drop. I think tomorrow, Jody Wilson-Raybould starts her YouTube channel or something. There's going to be something. There's going to be another shoe that drops here for sure. This isn't the end. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good night.